Today, there are over 1 million people living in communities along nearly 4,000 miles of coastline in our region, and that coastline is changing fast. Over the next 30 years, sea levels are predicted to rise by as many as 2 feet. Lots of our region's critical infrastructure will be in areas that flood more often, which include all of our region's major airports, all of our shipping ports, 70% of our wastewater treatment plants, half of our power plants, and 12% of the region's hospital beds. That means more pollution in our waterways, more blackouts, more canceled flights, more strain on our economy, and more vulnerable people at risk. But it gets worse. The number of people living in places at risk of flooding from an extreme storm in our region is likely to double over the next 30 years. Nearly a quarter of all public housing units will be in these flood-prone areas. 10,000 homes could end up permanently underwater. This will destroy neighborhoods and displace tens of thousands of people, and likely more. So, what are we going to do about it? Since Superstorm Sandy, instead of preparing for sea level rise, we've spent more effort on repairing. And that's a big problem. There are 167 coastal communities in our region. The vast majority have limited staff and resources to work on adaptation, and maybe expecting each to do it on their own isn't the best way. After all, a storm doesn't hit one town at a time, and sea level rise doesn't know about borders. Today, when a big storm comes, smaller communities have to scramble to coordinate between the various local, state, and federal entities that have responsibilities for portions of the coastline. And between storms, they're largely on their own. There's not a sufficient, ongoing, reliable source of funding for coastal adaptation. It's feast or famine. After a major event like Superstorm Sandy, communities receive an influx of cash to rebuild, hopefully in a smarter way. But 5 years later, the majority of those funds are spent, and there are still billions of dollars of both repair and adaptation projects left unfinished. Simply put, most of our adaptation efforts to date have been slow, sporadic, underfunded, and uncoordinated. How do we create a comprehensive regional vision for adaptation? How do we get better coordination, not just between local and state government, but between neighboring towns and between all 3 states? How do we prepare for more storms and sea level rise? And how do we pay for it all? Taking a page from other places like the San Francisco Bay Area or Chesapeake Bay watershed, we can create a new structure that allows for better coordination and more proactive planning, giving local communities a voice while relieving some of the pressures. A tri-state coastal commission can engage communities, create a vision for short and long-term adaptation, and prioritize projects for funding based on need and informed by science. These projects would come from local communities, but the Regional Coastal Commission could help coordinate work that might be done more efficiently or effectively at a larger scale. Imagine what could be gained if we were working in a more coordinated, collaborative way to elevate railroad infrastructure that runs through the New Jersey Meadowlands and along the Hudson River, upgrade and protect power plants and wastewater treatment facilities so they can withstand the flooding that comes with major storms, plan and implement adaptation measures that could benefit 2 neighboring cities like Hoboken and Jersey City, invest in wetland and dune restoration and living shorelines in places like the Jersey Shore, the Long Island Sound waterfront, and the Long Island South Shore, and where it makes most sense, buying out vulnerable homeowners. The Commission would also advocate for a sustainable source of funding to do all of this and so much more. We can't wait for the next big storm to act. Help your mayor and your state legislators get involved. Tell them to support a Regional Coastal Commission. They can sign up and get more information at rpa.org/adapt.